My friends, this is your Congressman, John Dowdy. Since the beginning of Castro's campaign to bring a communist-dominated government to Cuba, I've devoted a great deal of time to a study of the problems affecting Cuba and the United States. The decision I've reached through a careful analysis of the problems peculiar to our relationship is one which I believe will have far-reaching effects, both on the immediate problem and as a safeguard for the future. Quite obviously, we must take action to prevent a recurrence of the disgraceful incidents of recent weeks in the case of our commercial airliners being seized by Cuban rebels and Castro sympathizers. Such occurrences do much to lend credence to the communist propaganda which is being circulated that we are a weak nation. The action we take must be deliberate, forceful, and enforceable. I cannot endorse the many short-range proposals for corrective action that are being put forth by well-meaning, though often poorly informed individuals and groups. Their proposals might well do more harm than good. We must in no way surrender to blackmail and threats and intimidation. I have proposed in the Congress that our statutes covering piracy be amended and revised to extend to include offenses committed against our aircraft. Furthermore, I have proposed that statutory piracy be defined and that persons guilty of the crime of delivering one of our aircraft over to a foreign power be deemed to be a pirate and adjudged and punished by death. This would cause hijackers to think twice before acting and would reflect the determination, the strength, and the power which has made America the great nation she is and which will keep her so for our children and grandchildren. Certainly, the bill I've introduced is no panacea. It corrects but one of the several loopholes in our laws through which these communist thieves and traitors may wriggle. It is my hope that the passage of this legislation will be a step toward the choking out of these vultures who would otherwise continue to feed on the traditional kindliness of America and its people and spawn their traitorous ideology in our midst. As the most powerful nation on earth, America need not apologize nor appease the agents of the godless philosophy of communism, but rather we must make it evident to all that the sword in the hand of Miss Liberty is of equal power to the olive branch. The steps we take in that direction, regardless of consequence, are steps in the right direction, and they are really steps in the direction of peace that we all want. One of the great tasks that are confronting lawmakers is to make punishment fit the crime. In the early days of America as a frontier country, the horse was a key factor in our transportation. The laws of Texas covering the theft of a horse vividly portray this equalization. And as we developed into manufacturing products, the ship became dominant in our commerce, and the protection of shipping was the prime concern of our present laws on piracy. In this space age, the airplane plays an increasing role in this connection in both our domestic and our foreign trade, and it must be afforded protection. It was only after the Lindbergh abduction case back a number of years ago that kidnapping became a federal offense. We are not an aggressive people, so in war, as in war, we retaliate only after an attack. In this age of space air transportation, these things will grow in importance. And now is the time for us to establish laws for the protection of our aircraft from enemy agents and traitors, and I shall work toward this end. My friends, this is your Congressman, John Dowdy, thanking you for listening.